America about the choice of the vice president determines the president Najari Chikura. The chair about the King Moon to catch the vice president. He was showing up what kind of leadership you support. Iga was Kennedy and whatever. Almost senator, she was senator, he was born. Because Ega she was senator will be reflected by the kind of person who support no governor. Iso toka isiko Nairobi mbaua their county status basically because the senator was asleep. The governor part of them was asleep. So iso toka jibuna mangi. Kronkuburi was senator usigari. I must have an interest. You can make you governor to chora no governor about the competence. Governor is signing or manage resources checker. That is why I go support my job. But it's also talk about formation about because no formation picked him. Because you know these formations pick people they are on runway, well on runway. Now, also talk and Senator Korea. Omayo talk and about the governor. No, now I'm going to tell him to Yeraga Takoya. And then one has to charge you attachment. Don't I give one of whom Senator no journal. Finally. I want to agree completely that the direction your county government is determined in a senator. A senator, they require oversight authority, they require the disciplinary authority over the governor. A senator narrated a problem in the chance between the governor and the assembly. And they can decide in a kundi. A senator, Yaro Ringamane, very misappropriated openly. A senator has a right, you're going to the audit office, as a right, you're going to ECC. Very well. In a minute.
Okay, taking another governor, deputy governor, in formation. A formation no one inch. Tagrasi moja asema kase boardroom mwiko wana kimungo chiko so ibiro wasema kwa legasi no. Eki entaki ko affect. Oko kwara ko senator. Nearly all my governor na bono ko Senatorial campaign they have become so expensive. Nima ete abagaba na bono batumire millions of money. I think even more than $500 million. Asoko liye kerogeke. When these campaigns are so expensive this way, ikiagero mushahara mugavana ko chikonyora semi yake 5 njiro chigweta ni 60 million, lakini bana bakutumia even $500 million ko liye kerogeke ekero ko chikwana 60 million chipesi chi bakutumia kama na se campaign. Who is funding them? How did they get this money? Chipesi chikera bako chikoire birogebi chipesi chimbaka bakirani bachirani asoko kuru erasmo mugavana uri atene sana
that's
why mugavana uri asma atene sana kolimi umu senator oye amolimi pe amo compromise nera amo bagere that will affect the functions of a senator na kinje kiagerete dinaso asema information ngi yandangerete tani unachi yandangerete lakini ngateba no
formation
kinge baka na nini nungu yandangerete
na wabito sinaroka
na ngagiresi barata ngagiresi mayuna ngagiresi
no you are eating it this time. Okay, all right.
Yeah, no one ngere tu na mami.
Very well. Let's discuss yato kwa ndenga ne gaigoro ya uwakilishi or representation ne ishimwa resiri ko chakiragao honorable Mangi na kitura koreto nyore proper representation as a senate ne eteru affect Okolwe County.
The best way you was kula mwananchi. Ekero mwananchi amanyine ga senator ni ninki oligeri yo manyanga kingongo charo jo senator ngasikia choko. Bono for a long time bandumba amanyitinge ga senator ninki. Na kikera nkero na so kwere senate banga abanta bange bakagetenge kiroke senator ke junior usemi filia to kiroke kwa gavana. No. If you look at the constitution, even in 2013, most senior politicians were cheated for Senate. Babu Bure, Babu Ngeli, Babu Nyongo, Babu because that is the new, that is where, yes, yes, they went for Senate. Because they knew that was the knack of the revolution. Senator wocho mchango or 20,000 cha mukaru na rusi umugaba no churu mchango 500,000 because teachia okay bono kwanyora abantu banse wakiro umugaba na chinkobi babiro musene abasene tabalbare ngikiridi balbatengana bakiro chinkobi bagateba ngabona kiki batiweza noto that's all about compete one of the right way to do this no ko educate abananchi bamanyanga Senator Mochora, Ero would determine the direction, ye county.
Right. Asema sengane yendra kanda se moskokemo. Okora ngisia sa chibo nyomba, ose cha clan chibo nyomba usi, nchi affecti owochiko wakilisha kwa bantu wa Kisii County assessed.
Yes and no, in the sense that siasa chi county ya usi o maenjo matinya dikumenda linyakunde. There's a lot of clans must siasa chi county tiagara. Create clan, get to a monto at the county government, Lakini the end, what you because no even Nairobi why is Ruto begging about Queen and our what to suffer was why is Raila begging about because they have numbers, they have numerical strength, So Bono Buna Jum Machoge through Jirende, Gurigo Kevosene. I have to be careful as I campaign. Timbasa antagonize the other class. Chirorengo Monte anti-us. Okay. So it's a hard situation to be in.
No, I'll come to you. No. I'll come to you.
It's a very good joke. Nakika deputy governor maange kara jirobo ketu aba tokyo ngwa.
Hold on. Okay mo. About representation, na wa figure ya clan politics Chelsea. Na kichigwa affect umuntu gochiko charune senator.
Representation ni ngenda kiri Kenya sana. Because mo senator kwenda ku represent the interest cha mwananchi wa mtu mtasi senate. But you can't serve two masters. It's either you serve mwananchi or you serve the governor. Lakini ikonya koirure kariyo kana kuteria bananchi. Kaisi need umuntu okuriyo ku senator no governor baseparate ari to people ari ki platform kiri different. Ku senator ari ndawo nikisara ki platform yaye. No governor agenda kuchi aho ni irinda bananchi na ukonyore platform which kiti mwananchi ekasio senator ninki. Tilango tebega. As long as okoro kana kuna ile project yo mugavana, it is going to affect representation ya so mwananchi. When you get elected, oanje tibuanje to mwanya bantu, you will find that monto yo kusinyo como criticize, okusinyo como tebi bintu kete, okusinyo ko tebi mwananchi ararona nko mwantagonize. Umaete I really feel that in future on the basis of kuchikoriyo ko senator kwa kusiyo se Kenya kema. Tigo montati mugavana cho de platform ya ngao. Tigo senator cho de platform ya ngao. Kera bantu bako ga dabile timu nyingi ngebuneri. Let us be sincere. No chikondiyo, ichikunyo participation.
You are right to give him time to say. It is view. It is his view.
Ichikundiyo liko tabali ngebuneyo. Lakini what is the perception of mwananchi? Mwananchi bono chakiri kungaino chakiri kumanyanga ati umuntu kutara no mugavana. Professor Samongeri, nigga according to Nongwase campaign. Even money, I'm telling you. You county campaign. That to me to be
we cannot substantiate that.
I can substantiate that.
We cannot I say sure we cannot say that.
I have always said that
now address issue and
okay. But that affected the presentation. That affected the function of a senator for the last 5 years.
Talk about clan politics now.
Clan politics, clan politics. Abanda machibu ya tefana. Asich campaign chao.
Ne affect kemondo kuchocha rune Senate.
Yeah, it will affect because that's what the leaders are protecting. Because as abantu bakotanga batengaki into mo senator tukachoro mu getutu. Omo governor akarubo basi. Omo women akarubo onchari. You know that's you are projecting that we have to balance all this based on plan.
And that's what
that is what the Constitution says. That is what the Constitution says.
When it comes to democracy, there's appointments and there's elections. People now are at Oromo governor, no more senator, get out and aquí, almost senatorial. Nachiko to correct a series when no more governor, Nachiko to correct a series when. But the appointments that you like you bring regional balancing.
Okay.
Balancing.
Okay. Not politics.
Like you can what affect Obochoribabu Simon Kobatlanism.
Okay, we'll come to that. Honorable Magara, Igoro ya representation, you senator, na siasa chibonyomba usiali. Nchito sugume to bentonya the right candidate because as some is saying to a project again taking nga yogo separated between regional balance na clan politics. Na balance clan politics.
I think the what manyamuzi despite the fact about the clans I want to go to Babuke. And I'll justify this by saying the smallest clan, almost second last, but I've actually garnered on my own 103,000 votes in 2013 and 118,914 2017. Depending on your present. I think those are going to preempt the community clan career, which will still focus. Already, not one about see, by the most of the talk that is about one arrow, truth be told, that Rock will matter of now whatever. Shoot him as your when you can use back. What I thought about what for the first time. Assume to Munantia president in Kia in the past, and in Kia promise about the Monday, then experience in Kia. For example, when I go to 40,000. But I'm saying, Richard Yonka, so you could be beyond the clan. Again, I came on and getting a Ababusi, Baboki. To the extent I had to move 1 hour to organize, ideally, the water was separated when you were to the Yasnia. When you're about smooth clan, Yabai talk Suma Savan, or any Bolina, Madame went to buy to boost to us bath of Metabia, Muraguru, Sumeria, about Matora Barai, I don't think about him by paranoid. Right, but having a use it to come on your time when you could have it. It is true, the factor, like in Anguapia, about to speaker, talk above clan, and Tavangamu, and I'm sure they will look at us so the face. But again, they to go to a Chilean money. You know, into the clans, we must also prefer to send money again, we can serve everybody else. Otherwise, Maria, moving in a cap or calling to be a bianca, or in terms of fairness, we need to be fair. For example, you talk about grants, but I elected position in the country. But you don't complain. That
is a campaign.
For example, we have already voted others. That means we are liberal. We also want reciprocity. Now, I think to say Maria, to make a popular Cananga, that came over an Imperial King. But we just make it one other point. Which are a bride, no Papa Magnete, come to the other Suti, Bacani.
Very good. Honorable Young can I add that you call it regional balancing, that is ethnic.
Whichever way you call it.
And actually, I get to make it as a platform, you need campaign.
Not really. Just the way almost more Minga than clan can, I think you see any matter at the data. Umeshima magara ngondo te clan ye kurukomoweka. No, omogeka. Ongwae na Jimmy na wawa getutu. Nje no mogeka. Aba geka kura njiri wetani rutatu. How come I've been elected 3 times by majority? Yawa getutu. People will vote. Aba na inchi mbata gitego to akara chukura because of our performance. Aba na inchi mbata gitego to akara because of na yoko batevi direction ni ucha. of course, the question then becomes, and okay, Munero later this issue, and I think my brother Magara. Does it then mean that if you come up with a formation, a Watechi clan, based in an arrangement where you're bringing each clan, so that you have does it mean that decision is wrong? No. Right now, information to work at Nairobi, why do you think Raila alerted the Mata Karua to be a deputy? Because he's trying to capture a vote Yumuiko. Why? A vote Yumuiko is a majority right now in Kenya. Yeah. So in my arithmetic, there's nothing wrong with Amomo going with the vote of the clan. Ese koba wrong is when Okoide clan kiao kwamenya kuwa kwage tumia as a dominating force. And that was the reason why actually I didn't run for governor in Kisii. It is not that I'm not qualified. It is not that I'm not able to speak. It is not that I'm not able to tell you county if I was to become the governor. But I felt that politics of domination, and that is why the clan issue comes in. Politics of domination, never a problem. Also, politically, I'm sure Mwismo no Quarenge, Nande Oyo, Mangi Minto, my brother, Mangi no Moaringe, a Karamoko Gamba, Mowancherananga, over Governor Tigaba and the Wucha. Mwajami.
I will respond to that.
Bono, Bono, yes, Pagaikagati, something happened, and obviously there's a discussion going on. I think you're not aware about it. But that doesn't mean that Omogaka Machawu cannot run Kunyalibari. I think democratically is allowed to do it. Democratically, on the ways of the Chikura Kuru, Kilani, and the not allowed to call. But what is most important for me, and they can about, are we really speaking about even to are we discussing the critical? In other words, let me simplify this to a logical conclusion. Are we having medicines in the hospital? Are our ECD schools been designed, they've been built, and they're ready? Are we having Chipale county government? Have they been done to a satisfactory rate? Amache is devolved, is under the county government. Whether the county government has performed. And this is why in Cheka, yes, even when our clans Chikomata, I think Omogusi is going to come up and say, I think Omonto will serve my interest. In Yagete, Onyamogusi feeling Omoshima, DG Mangi. Has performed well as a DG and is somebody they trust now. Whatever, he's performed well and his experience is going to be there. They will vote for him. Now, I've been saying, I think I'm the most qualified. I think I've been elected many times. I've been an assistant minister. I've been in the budget committee in parliament.
Thank you.
Qualifications immediately.
Honorable Man, in 1 minute, actually, you are a beneficiary of clan politics.
No.
They chose you because of Machoga, Governor, so maybe this is the arithmetic.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you in 1 minute. Imagine there is this story. And we're going to about 2013, Bakaiguana Nanga, about the Central Bagamba for 10 years. After that 10 years, she and the Guja. Tiangote Viga, I was the architect of Tarabina. And engine, I am going to spokesperson to Yatata. That is not true. The two were anything to Ringa, if you gave very. It can work, but if you will be the main city, be a county, because we were. Or to anything, try as much as possible. Because SMA mobile. Yes. So the new governor of Central was Senator Brother Guja. On your Senator Guja, said that was the cardinal agreement. The Guinea on Kimonto, on the Talangor, and you're going to Guarango to come on night. On the time of
Nakitura tumeke amangana, for example, your clan chiga. Mwanchina ni mwesi na chile a factor. Yes. Lakini chile issue ko determine chukule chiga, for example, as a Senate. Yes. Then how do we address it? Because it becomes a campaign issue somewhere. Because did you want
Inche, Mangana ye clan, we must accept it as a reality of life. In the one Mangana ye tribe in Kenya. We must accept it as a reality of life. Togo Kana Koyombale almost 25% of this country, so you can't ignore that fact. Togo Kana Avaruya, almost 18% of this country, you can't ignore that. Pono again to take a rock of Navagandi, no going to carry Chabantonga, let us go to Tanzania way. To us, we get it in Tanzania, Taduna Skuma, Usava Nagatare. We see to us Kenya, to us Guilia, into Kenya, to Antunava Kenya, telling Jerumo Koyo, Jerumo see. As a see, to us a queer Gilly Bunava see, tell you whatever and Jerumo Machove, Jerumo Grango, we must accept her planet in Jiro, because that's where we're born. You can't get, but we must move further. Whatever as leaders, we need to begin seeing ourselves as people of the Kisii community.
Thank you, DJ.
Again, I call it we need leaders who will raise above that. Vaprichi, Wusi, Omo Wusiba Molente, Amo. To take a project, Yamana clan, to Kwana Kitoko Mugusi, Amo. As a campaign, to Kwana Ki, Omo Wusi. Una kwana over Tanzania getting a kid to recommend a clan to go project your clan. Una clan can meet about to what and do what they need. I never tell you about Sivons. No choro monto curriculum kiao. Now, only caro moi, that is a correct Magan robo. Momo Mamba Toro Gavanaga for almost 10 years. Tarifuna Bogetu, a carabete secapati Chiramaka, much of Antebale, and Mechandonero. Kiaman tobacco choro morai, the Gabadi getting a key. Values, Chumurai, Pamochore, Paticamana clans.
All right. Don't you to make over your Bobo?
Oh, yes. Eagle Chakras has some Hasa Manigaba, and I'm an example. Inche, I have an appeal to that Kisii community, for sure, and I can prove that twice. It's a class of Hata migrants inside, by not using our communities and tribes or clans negatively. No more can you move because some of us don't know as national. They go money, they say, what are you? Telemus regular coin, gaining with our coin. The Amaraya to me are clans negatively. I want to appreciate now that I go so my grandma, Namagram, but they vote very generally. They vote very generously. My child vote very generously. I can tell you, regardless of where they come, I cut across almost. So in got every go getting a key in Nue Morana. One monto, the story, I am sure case will be different. And the other Yaguni. It's good, you. They show about pressure, they don't know pressure. In Malada was a number I was here as a defining moment, or Chorabarabai, Baroche Amarabo, that track record. 90, so I'm saying a good to check my right. That next to do Randy a match to Kunyomarua. Then you must preach water and take water, not wine. Go call them at the long army. You see it too. I see a killer one rider. It's too digitally able to eat. Mogo Chopin, I was in Bacani. Got your rabbi, and then you took up. I don't want to say I was Satara, and I really buffet. You could get you snitches, and not believe, so not move too much, so no more chairs, but I will see much more. I never made it. I am telling and transfer your own finally, who see I so critical as national politics. Also, moves your work independently about a month to president of Kumai. And that's why it's focus we see, we see a Canabia, a care and to the more liberal, even a clan arithmetic should be very fairly liberal.
Fair enough. Honorable Nyokwa, I can take Kwana-san, and actually you've spoken it even in the show, that there is unwritten law.
Yes.
How can we use this unwritten law of you all keep on saying that there's nothing wrong, Tony to make it for the sake Yagusi?
Unwritten law in terms of?
Mugetutu, Mubasi, Umachoge, Parosi team.
No. I have actually raised the issue in terms of noting that the clan must determine the politics per se. But the clan for me comes in as a symbol of expressing the wish and dreams of Abagusi groups. I mean, you can look at where we are right now. And by the way, I'm not even going to zero in on a clan only. Even religion is an issue. I mean, we must be a people who, in our formations and in our arrangements, to accept the PAG Church, to accept the Catholic Church, to accept the SD Church. If you are coming to look for a formation, and my colleagues, politicians in Toruwa, these the same things, are the same things which we use. I am aware, for example, that there are some of my colleagues who are coming and they ground about the say Tokura, they go to school. But what I also agree with my colleagues is that I mean to be a change. The only correction is that if you look at the history of Mugusi for the last 10 years, you remember in the last parliament, ODM did not have a single member of parliament. Yes. And yet ODM had the women rep, it had the senator, and it had the governor. About MCA, ODM did not have the majority. It had all I think about 11 or 13 members of the county assembly. In the first parliament, ODM had 45 MCAs. So again, Omwananchi is going to determine Chukureji Bunavagotora. And for me, I believe this. Chikura chigo chikoba, mchirigo chikoba business as usual. And I want to repeat Nyakundi. My team, we have accepted the bottoms-up approach. The only difference between bottoms-up and William Ruto is that it was bottoms-up minus corruption. If you have bottoms-up and corruption is there, you can't move.
Amen. Let us talk about the issue of politics child evolution. There is this notion, on the way you governor,
First, Nyakundi tiante bie omwando mdo nyongo yo kambye mo sana se support bottom up policy. That is the only policy you konya ke
Inwe UDA muli discuss corruption. Ikigara no omura no omukora.
Bottom line odojoini.
No. Mangi please
understand. Yende na wata waneke. You know what was your question? Avanta vange about me or senator as a stepping stone which can be governor. Again in John Ligeradia, now very deputy governor 10 years. I know what it means to be governor, I know what it means to be senator. Now I areas severally. Now for somebody who understands it to reach Kenya. Now no mind the practice here Kenya. A Kiro senator is not inferior to a Kiro of governor. So it's wrong to make a Kiro senator a stepping stone of governor. In Che, one Kiro senator not as a means to governor, but as a means you Kenya. I am contented being a senator, but you see, after 5 years, abantu too much could grow, wow. So you quite engaged senator for 5 years. After 5 years, what is the thing at the younger Nubagava? It think the thing I want me to senator as a stepping stone. In Che, in the to me a senator goes as a stepping stone, Yoko governor. That would to me a senator. Fair
enough. Sam, maybe Governor Samuel, you come in.
Nyakundi, Kobomo governor is not a bad ambition. Now, we're talking about president or some of Monge or so, Kelly Jones. Mbuya who aspire to be something. Nintake Kobomo governor will see in the future. But it has that face come from the people. Kilo akola abantu buya ase capacity bagochore oni bagochore no senator no mobonge and ba ko satisfied na no monto the development oriented to corrupt to couneleria. People will come and say Magara, we want you to be our governor because we think unaweza kusaidia. That is the voice of God. In Chebunango body of senator only ngoida. If I listen to the voice of people, which will be the voice of God and telling me, okay, you can be a governor. I will take that responsibility.
Actually, I work about that. 2017, you can do
I'm coming back to my whatever. People street. Can I go to governor? I don't know what I can be for the that the fate had it on Nigeria area, or Nigeria. In fact, to be honest with you, you're good. No, 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 and I can care about this. By Indonesia, outside of Barabi, which be a my said, and we won't take it. As I want to get yourself into the subject, wait. No, wait, no, yes, but essentially, it is true. In China, boarding a key, a tradition I have about America, you go and senator or a president. In fact, my wish to be president. That in mono, which on your watch I mark a super senator. No wrong, which could see which go governor, or I am telling you, one year the governor was so much a good meat. And no one can look at the such billion, whatever, which will sell a county to. I'm manning aside. When you walk over a second, go on, who care, that's the good county. And I'm telling you, Mosi, I guarantee them, even though it's a point for one to make it in public audit. Okay. To Koiba, you go on motivation, I think you go with that in my daddy. It's my ambition, that's the president, I can't correct. Like I said, do you
a conclusion, very simple. Because I'm satisfied with candidate governor Paul Simbarati. I believe in his dream, a dream we are going to work. The Simbo will perform above average for the next 10 years. I have no reason to run for governor again. No. I would have done my job. If he doesn't perform, you run against him. If he doesn't perform and he disappoints all of us, yes, I'll run against him. That is if I feel there's a need. But right now, I trust him. He has not gotten the office. I believe he means well for our poor people. Our dream is to make sure that we try and change the sea. And I'm happy where the direction of this thing is. I have completely no intent of running or not running the governor. What I want to do is let me perform as a senator. If my performance is good, my performance is good, God will configure how we are going to go with your vote.
Very well.
Thank you.
Let's discuss an issue about governance. What in Libya, Deputy Governor Wasabi, to be fair to me, and Abagaba candidate, they have accused you of corruption. No, but I will tell you, your county. They have accused the administration.
Yes, the administration, yes.
Yes, which you are serving. So you are partly taking the blame. So how do you intend, I will know Senator of Kisii County, when you are also what in the Yambraro, or you be a Boraro, especially so to make you have an inch, Mangana corruption, tell you in the living.
The Gundi in Jivnomo Senator, Carnago Senator, God willing. Omoja okolega asimu senator takiroko okora. Kurua oversight, kurua guidance, and will coordinate all oversight activities here county. Inerega senator. You see, to kombega senator, amunega deputy governor. Egundi, the cardinal duty here deputy governor as per the law ya Kenya, no cover principal assistant to the governor. A good crawling principal assistant to the governor, a governor Utum. A governor you what the body wants you to do. The second duty, no could give counsel to the governor. Now, Hokuma counsel that together. Yakuma minto magara na teva counsel Kwanaki, Gimangi Akoli, Akola deputy governor. Let me tell you, Koli. 3-4 months ago, I got to for County Gala Awards. I was voted as the most innovative DG in Kenya. Now I was rated number 1. She was rated number 1. Now, Inki Kia elected. During our time between stop murmuring. stega 2013 mpaka 2017 mpaka 2017 ekero tuare bwate county arenge manager mumani tenga the last 5 years unonyongata yaba it has been a mixed career lakini ekero tuwa the count properly 2017 ekero governor algon tegera na ekero governor anchite akambeka oba a liaison between the county government and the national government through my initiative to discuss the national government to kaiwanana to kanyara 750 million shillings as a grant to Kawasaki Kisii level 6 hospital. Again through my initiative with the national government and my closeness to the national government to kanyara 250 million shillings to Kawasaki Kisii streets. Ito da mono Kisii 24-hour economy. Through my initiative with the national government. In fact,
is the same point that came on accusation tendering procurement issues. So how do you shed off Muchandu?
So through again my initiative to Kanyora 352 transformers to Kairagusi Poniga almost every market, every primary school, every secondary school. He got the transform, he got the transform. In fact, Kisii is the most elite rural county.
National government is undertaking rural electrification.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Government.
Through, we said through our liaison. That's what I said. Now again, through my liaison, ekero mnyoratenga bindembiara woja usibi yaigo. I mean, the David President and the President were very close. We are very close. We negotiated for these roads.
You negotiated for roads.
We negotiated for those roads as leaders.
I'm asking you about governance
as a deputy governor. What did I do?
Okay, Samuel Okemo. How do we ensure governance in here as a county? How would I win a senator?
County. Eko chakane foundation irasimo twaro omonto obwato moyo kogokonya abantu omonto obwata mabira sabantu bachandikite lakini manki emyaka 10 mwabira sega county government kun executive hano bwana eyabwenerete ogendo bugavana kokendo bo senator ebino kwachiete mwedikero standard for understand factory ko understand tirikegere konye college yole on voit go training for 10 years kwa ko gato bugavana but irante bega ogo tumelio buyamba botakera seka no muntu kurugo tumelio buyano mu senator ekegero mugavana kera no rich billion kirikero mutinya se county omugavana uyo atale ndiri boronge atarikere iri boronge kuna kiba kiri cyatanga icyaci go erasma ke kinde ko kigaye nekiyo kibora banda kikapa umo enge buna bono devolution corruption na corruption iri yakitenseka ika como governor como president yorenseka ika como senator is the co-peer ya governance onye ta kurigera kibesana kichigo tumeka boronge ntogo twaro burayo ya se county nanga ke tugo burayo yo ubuya ni chenda na samure kera kubarigera ya bonse inche I have no corruption allegation against onyonga na bwate sisi ya mutenge sisi ya mataka como para kiti we dingi kiaba and
my brother you see now
hold on
nanga kora chiapila I don't
will come to you honorable I'll come to you
ekenyonga kiache kemo isonde ka
keriki
ina right ya manguna lakini
no
but that's not right touch tinka kireti kuno muntu obere deputy governor semyaka 10 asichi billion kyasira ase county na bwenda takobose na bwenda na nimanye to so iraza muisana sino no onye mugavana ka koire chibillion ngera sama kote na bugate chinkeka iyo ninga girete ngaki umuntu obere mu deputy governor who has overseen the operations in county no county this executive team kipesa chiasire chinyinge chombe njiri kia kitete usije njia ndinge chegire ngeke ejire osene kujisi mo boyle base ne kondo yabantu mariyo botari nyagitari bari bokwana emechando tubulate Kisii counties because ya deputy governor no mugavana kake gento mangiaro bokora itari ko endro boy musiensa aria
Don't, we are not discussing. No, it's not for you to decide.
It's very wrong.
DG, it's okay. It's not for you to decide. Okay. How do we ensure good governance?
Number one, we saw Polycarp Igathe or helpless in terms of Sonko, he resigned. The rest is for you to judge. Like what to build one capacity to oversight was the governance in the county. We got a chat come naito with transparent was so buasioku kubanga kuruka keki mugusi kuliva wabantu. Number one. Number two, tokore audit on real time. Now, real time means Ekato already became a puna and to people was about Magusi and the media. Come on, you to get baby. You say, Sassi. A governor is serious and what boy Corabanto, I mock a real audit to what about Quiba on the spot, to an abago of Simojukuato. Number three, that was computer capacity as a center so. Even if it means using first central book, there's no kid with the Senate. We have people on blind ministries, back who watch or read and backward and report senator, and William Maswali in the Senate every 1 quarter of a year on real time. And the Corona Kundi in Kisii so long as I'm alive, is in the Kosongo in 2022 going forward. Number three, building capacity go have a public house committee, a Korean Republic expense what Miaken and Otanaku reporting of the stable assembly. I want to make a Maria. In fact, part of the performance appraisal, each of the was a screen. Mochumbe get chairman ya public accounts committee when Molko baby per county Tana can say cow. In fact, I am told Amanda about the Bunga King, the Moika as a public accounts committee. Togan on it tweet, but you can say committee public accounts, but the Gango cook to baby while I raise now out the general. The MCU the chairman earlier, they have exposed those creeds upon the put across about my public auditors with me. Finally, a Senatorial, not ever. Adnore capacity, every right ministry. On health, you have a report coming from every ministry every quarter. Assembly pushed, the senator can take it up. Senator Bosongo, Ninga Nego address the Senate clearly once a year when the legal time. Someone was a Rogaiga, and someone else in the Rogia. I would have done research and done proper audit and financial analysis. Which makes me the best among my team. I say in Tenguch Mokora, Mudio Maswari Senate, Atalia Ibitina, even you was able to address so now with the grow. Maswari factual, Naya releasing at an Ugupacarero, and then based on the facts.
Okay. Honorable Richard Anyonga.
I wanted to say, Esinche, the county of Osongo, I think I've nearly become an expert. Only the agricultural sector, the amount of money a county government is about 1.6 billion shillings a year to agriculture. Una okemwa the village on Benjiki there's nothing. Amaja Kekati has got 22 million liters of water. Amaja Trimbogete, I and I ronko you musocho, Trimbogete beach, Pakawan Musocha, Kiripakero. Lakini ya wandu wale town ime cannot get here much because chipaipu, I think it's Chiarietu. Wokoligere ye town already been to be called Roro. There's a lot of things which we question. And I support Mrawa to Tukuli, you know, I have a lot of respect. Lakini the Ronkora Kurusita months. Yeah, what the nominations you put. Your daughter, your wife, your PA.
Again, this personal attack.
No, it's not. It's a public record. I have it here. It's a public record.
But
it's a public record.
Will not go there.
But Honorable Nyonga, Nani is in Jubilee.
No, but I'm saying he's a public figure. He should have Which party are we talking about?
His party.
His party. Which party? PDP.
Where am I?
No. He has an interest. Why would he have
No,
three?
he's not from-
Why would he have three of his relatives in PDP? Why would he have three of his relatives in PDP?
No, let's not go to...
It is correct.
But the question
It is a public issue.
Why don't you
is so much
ask me?
Get one and
Why
criticize me, I
don't you
defend
ask? Why
myself.
don't you ask me?
Yes.
From UDA where I came, I left
No.
PDP.
Don't talk about UDA. Don't talk about UDA. I am asking you. Should if I appoint my wife, I appoint my daughter, I appoint my PA, should you ask me?
I'm asking you one question.
No.
Which party
No,
do you
a public. I'm talking
Which
about it's a
party?
public.
Which party?
PDP is a public party.
Where?
The leadership of PDP in the
I don't care.
You're saying I belong to
I don't
political
care.
parties?
No,
Do
I
belong to
am
political parties?
looking. I
That
am
is my own
wait.
primitive.
No,
It
wait,
is primitive.
don't be
It is
emotional.
silly.
Don't be emotional. Why would you have three relatives of
Which
one
relatives?
family?
Identify them.
I have. Let me read the names. I have the names. This is the list which was given by the Kenya Gazette.
How does that help us here?
But you asked me this moment of yourself. Let me want them is on. Make more candle.
But I am Jubilee.
No, that's not the point. I am saying there's a relationship between you and
It is
PDP,
not.
and I'm saying you should, as a public figure,
I resign.
you should have picked.
I resign.
Listen to
I
me.
resign. I am a member.
Listen to
Sorry,
me.
I'm giving you a chance. Respond. Yes, please. So what are you saying?
Exactly.
That is bad governance.
Yes, absolutely. If you have three relatives, my wife, my daughter, and my cousin, in a position whereby they are actually advantaged against everybody else, as a public figure, I'm answering.
Okay.
Okay, we need a response.
Yeah.
This gentleman, Commissioner Momai Modunka, all the roads in Kitutu, hakuna barabara ya lami ameweka.
No. We are not talking about roads. Answer about nominations of your relatives to one political. No.
Number two.
You see now,
Wait.
I resign.
He's saying I'm giving money for roads. I'm asking about nominations.
Yes. Let us discuss nomination.
If it is not
Let's come to
true,
nomination.
then let's
Nomination.
It is fine.
As a matter of principle, I resigned from PDP as a party leader and joined UDA as a founder treasurer. I am now a candidate for Jubilee Party Senate candidate, and I'm facing this guy on that governance issue when we get to Senate. But for this, PDP is a public entity party run by other entities minus Omingo Boga. I don't sign a single document.
Can I ask a question?
Wait.
Prove.
I have the Kenya Gazette, which shows that three of your relatives are top elected leaders, including disabled, in the PDP party. Shouldn't that be a question that we should ask about?
How does that
He's not a member of
I want a
PDP.
member of PDP.
It doesn't matter. What I'm asking is, no. What I'm saying, please
crazy.
hear me out. It
It's
is not.
crazy.
It is
It
not.
matters.
No, it doesn't. Let me tell you why.
It matters.
It matters because you're saying.
Let me ask you.
You're saying I belong to two
let
political
me
parties?
ask. No. You don't believe in two political parties. What I've said is this. What I am saying is this. It is not coincidental that your former party PDP, where you left, has now picked three of your relatives.
Which ones?
But I have them.
Read
You
them.
are not. I will
Read
read.
them.
I will read.
Fair enough.
Let me read.
We let that matter. To be fair, let's leave it at that.
You see,
back to the issue.
this is actually a legal
Let us
matter.
now.
This is a legal matter.
The good thing
This
is-
is a legal matter. No wonder it's going to dwell in court.
Okay.
Including yes,
Let us.
Oh, Omingo, don't go there.
Hold on.
I think you're bitter because
Hold
of
on.
certain-
I am a member of Jubilee Party, and by law, you belong to one political party.
Let us discuss.
I didn't say you belong on two parties. I said
Well,
your
no.
influence has
Karate.
your influence has made three of your relatives to be appointed
Now,
to one
hold
political
on.
party.
Can we have a
That
discussion?
is a
Don't do
legitimate
a
issue.
discussion, Tomorani.
Let
Let us have a discussion. Let us have a discussion. Let us have a discussion.
So you want
Let
me
us.
to-
No. You are off mic. You are off mic.
Let me tell you, this guy is.
Now, this is what they are doing. Let us discuss.
Can you prove that?
We are not going there.
Can you prove that?
This is
You
now.
say-
You are now
you have to-
politicizing.
I
We are
will
not
produce the Kenya Gazette.
That's all.
Let us go to another issue about coalitions.
Yes.
What is the why do you think, Mheshimiwa Dijimangi,
Yes.
that Kenya Kwanza
Yes.
is the best coalition and the Senator Kisii should come from Kenya Kwanza?
Thank you very much. Ndia sasa kwa swali hilo. Na nenda kitongo tena in future ekero mo to ranje debate bneye ita mngate yo mbawo yo mwa rules chiwa ga
Mbamanye.
bawo cha umuntu kwanyango mara uno Samuel ate tukonda mati ya gusega ate singuria na baraka wabira basani bane darobi kanyankora abana ba mindu bora imaita ba musimba to tegerete baroja subaga mukurko ne isukurigeria. Why do I think UDA is the best, or say Kenya Kwanza is the best coalition in Kenya today, or say in Kisii, and why should man be the best person to be elected? Number one, aba sacha abariga bonsi babere tuanziro nyonga
Batatu tora
tuanziro nyonga bwanjira nenga he identifies himself with the bottom-up policy, so which means no nyore galia Azimio and Korea Yere UDA.
You are
mistaken.
You are mistaken.
He said it himself.
Mangi, Honorable Mangi.
Number
please.
two, Abana.
Mangi, by the way, you are a lawyer.
Yes.
I said, let me quote myself.
Yes.
I believe in the bottoms approach of solving the problems of the poor people
Thank
from
you.
the grassroots.
Thank you.
Minus, with the minus corruption.
Thank you. Next.
So state it the way it is.
I have accepted.
Thank you.
Now, next, we should go take a room one into Magara. Every time he's talking about the good government, the BDP, my founder member, founder treasurer, UDA. So really, his heart is in UDA. It's in UDA. Avanta wants the right party to be in is UDA. Into what curate the right policies from Mwananchi. Nande, in fact, what they are doing indirectly, they are endorsing. Candidate UDA. Inche Bunamangi. In fact, my record speaks for itself. Everybody knows I'm an honest person, straightforward person, incorruptible. No even the people who see I see just stay on your Pakumano Mito, Karate, Banga Champion, Kero, Sing,
You served in that administration.
Yeah, but I did not dirty myself. I served in that administration, but the Tinya Agitibuni.
Nyombera montara chasiari de nyumba ya manyinga so chabu kore nyumba no te velo menyete nyumba chafu
everybody knows singa ese county ya Busiga
mangi
te agitibunyi
deputy mangava no the question is this monta chega iga atige e chafu isuka ile compound yengima are we in that compound?
Does that make it?
Are we in that compound?
Does that make it?
Yeah. That's a compound.
Let me ask
you. Should get out and clean that.
That's what I'm doing. That is exactly what I'm doing.
Thank you.
That's what I'm going to do.
Honorable Mheshimiwa Samuel,
as my final word about see,
to be fair,
my principles, my policies,
thank you.
Senator,
Samuel,
I think the best thing man would have done would have resigned. It would have been better.
I told you anyway.
I don't believe in coalitions in Kenya because they are meant to win elections. After elections, they die. Since 2002, there's no coalition that has stood the test of time. In Czech coalition, ya maana asende me coalition ya ne no mwananchi. And the cover it kwa kuna sene tingi kwa basa coalition nigete o se coalition nigete. Teto te bina ki omo sene tomu yanga ya kuchakurwa because a party they produce montomu ya o montomu ya no monto una wakwa na likare no montamete values cho monto. I think the best senator, and I think one of us here, because these people are so competent, I know one of the senators will come from one of us here. Tikaba kusikira na kuchikochoro mo senator. Barigire dio monto, bana isio monto, barigire mnatikatu akero monto kwa sono DM, usengoro uda, usengoro coalition iki. Wacha watu wachague mtu wala sio chama ama mrengo.
All right. Mheshimiwa.
Yes.
Why Jubilee?
Jubilee. I successfully worked with ODM at one point, and apparently I left. And during that time is when I was fairly successful in terms of my deliverables. And I ran with the PDP basically my change of moving to UDA was strategic, and I've told you that to do a team. Ideally, I'm more home than home because one, I came back to the slot I was running. Apparently, the only window that was, sorry, I say, number two, ODM. PDP, so I do UDA, and I guess to take the team, they are going to look at the account. Born last night, you know what I said, the guy, you go in Capi. I say, when the Copa, go to the local senator, Michael Scochi, go, the local negotiator and Kulia. Then to whatever you like, needing a as I'm going to one who talk about my daily. You want to get to Montaigne, Kiara, I talk about any corruption or immoral deal that I did, no snack on it, or Corona to Braiwane. Amangana to Chagisilokiane, Musa chance, Tinkugwa, Ekiano, Mondi Winiro, Sinyaka Matobe, you will see the Mutaria, Yenabuchi, it was in a Mutaria. Now I am Wakobona station, make a care of my thing. Go to Nasukide, I want to back them by the Bilugo, Macarazit. Now make a competition, one of my dismissed Kunkura, which I say, Tinkugwa. The Gango told you, Mutiana Mahadi. Mbolia mangana ajupili kwerani mbolia mangana ya gina kore kwerani mboli kiso koro mukusikurani tema so kuto bade bagalio mwario
any bade bagalio back
so yataka ngaki amahadili ushinga nto yokore gase nto yukora aso kumsala chiango wakarama todo nataka ngamba dambi pucha ngakabono poko kwena kyara banta usibomba yete batwegete batwegere kero mutu na kore mero yayi so ayo kwana yakwana na mwabe.
Okay. Why ODM's Richard Onyok?
Simply because I'm going to work with people who prefer to work with ODM. For me, being in a party, you know, Kenyan political parties have no ideology. And the team I decided to work with, we are Social Democrats. Social Democrats are Democrats who believe in fair equity. Oko abantu ebintu byabo kubayimo kikurwese barengoro imese batigire na abantu bakwenyara bali barabagambi. Social democracy kwa lao umuntu bwenyarire atema kubuguri yo mwabo kurwese alense komo obo gimubuya so that neranyare komenyu mwaye. Ibintu byakabere. I think yakundi even when we are friends and intagire ndinge kwa nega ike mushimo mingo no ara. Mushimo mingo. Again, the Genari is not personal. No, it's not. It's not. Okay, sir. We move on. No, let me leave it. What I'm saying is very simple. All of us are, of course, you're making it very difficult, Nyakundi, for me because the issues which Omingo is raising, Ere is saying I cannot question why he's accusing me, but I can't accuse him for having done something that is public knowledge. But I leave it there. What I want to say, my brother, is this. Chukule chiaba antumba manyeti history yetu. Mama yetu huwira. Mama yetu miyakerenga tuwa choriru. Mama yetu ngitu wakolele siasa wocha. Mama yetu ngote mokwane vido publicly and openly. Mama yetu who has been able to raise issues which are critical about a county yetu ya Bosongo. And I've been seeing how mbrabanga yatango mama yetu momeme agenda ya you are going to criticize Ongwae has been the CEO of Kisii County. There's nobody that criticizes. Had no executive powers. There's very little things that as a county deputy governor, there's no decision he can make without the express authority of the governor. That's the constitution. Thank you. So to me, when we raise issues, I mean, no, he knows we know the facts. And you know, I will never come to this radio station, make an accusation against you or Omigo Magara if it's not true.
Honorable Mangi, Honorable Samuel Okemo, Honorable Nyoka, we'll start one last round, where they should vote for you next week, next month.
Thank you very much.
In 1 minute.
Ndiye mama santi ansa bikura oyo bitonyo kote bina tingia chini. because that's the kind of person I am. I'm a cultured person, I'm a civilized person, that's why I'm quite hard to get on your room without I conduct the rest too, you think so a record yane, the deputy governor is known. At no time never associated in the corruption. At no time never associated with any of these ill doings. A record yane, as in terms of part loyalty or identity is known. Although I've always been an ODM member, like everyone knows that I've identified myself with Ruto and Tangata and Tangata, always from 2013 August. So, in Chirumonto consistent, Umonto knowledgeable, Nanjirumo wakil in the train. The main duty, a senator, is registration and oversight. That is my training. Neranda kole na nije tin kubuli wo senator ngantu me stepping stone which kubuli wo governor no enda kikera ikiwa meka digital delivery lakini you have come kuli ko senator ngono musia gas amusia saveta ongo wateria onye mutagete egasi nge usi mochole omuntu manyete mutrisia para muntu wadera kodingia uyoko Joash mangi gongera UDA haven't bonds but identified in it.
Okay, but Deputy Governor, abantu wakiusi muno muntu tobwati musimamo.
Because they don't understand.
Jubilee, ODM.
I have never been
ODM,
anywhere.
You Mara ODM, UDA. In fact, you are.
We were elected in 2013 as a Kiamagia ODM. 4 months later, we met with the national leadership, the president and the deputy president. To Kaiwana Nanga, forget about parties. That is when the national magabian CEP. That's why we're able to achieve all things because we said forget about parties to in 2017, no, I never left ODM. In 2017, still the government going ODM.
Okay.
But all this time, everybody knows that I was closely associated with William Ru.
Thank you.
Thank you. Which means
asante sana Nyakonde. Omugusi omuntu asikisi kaunti ando sasa ni weto tiganiri bageri. Ko sabe kura yao. Nje samwe lyo sokemwa. Tindi corrupt. Tindi watunga tebuke nyomba. Tinanya ko yibano nyine shiringi yo mwana inji. Akia ba bintu bara sabi na rabo mware kono la mavera. Na inje murango ni ubuyana how it fails to serve people. Kuna abasabire kura yari matengo chikwakara muri kura yaino. Yimi ni mtetezo wa wanyonge. Nitawatetea, nitasimama na nyinyi, nitalinda pesa sema kuna hata shilingi moja itaibiwa. Uroje karaboni ngati tumwe gavana achikwebera. Ngitinda ri pesa nyine shilingi mugavana. Iko bona tindi am uncompromised and I'm very honest. Nege ntake nengo tibate bangelinga. Ojo onde bwe sura chiko choro kuna musene tasa watu isaranstega iga abe momoima abe magara abe ninje abe mangi tumekero mwananchi.
Okay.
Serve the people in Eriganga.
So in short, you are saying number one, Chana Amachivu.
Inche, I'm a Democrat. Ukinge katika siasa majibu ni mawi. You can win, you can lose. All these things are welcome to me.
But I didn't ask you that. Will you object to the outcome of the election?
Yes, first and foremost, so I did everything I
what happened?
I don't think it will happen. Like if it happens, I'll accept it because they lost the law.
Okay.
Yes. Mituma negetenge ongo ba woni kamana chemu ngake kwa mjeso bigu magara aseke miga Jubilee and Azimio coalition sababu nei asia nebo ngona akolete na wakati chikuria bodi ya parliament ngaro sema chiku including the accountants act ikudia ba accountant ba utumeka ito zinu musikoni mara mo bocha woni mdicho kwa ngoro ise ikuchipo mechika unti cooperation na isika uti chabasongo na mbaibere nenya arekane enkorobu muri kyubuya unakwata kana International Assembly na ndintabwa ikiba rwako mukisnari nondo kwese kwata yenda ko boda iko chega kunama kana integrity ngeto kutakole libuya eserikani olichiko na chenga peli molimo kutini ida kula samana kwa ngono kawo chikutobusu detayari kyani manyete record yane asamara integrity lakini kubwa mono ndongo zawe musi yankonye chikule chiga nini mipaka yaba usi nilo si chiko diko chikonyara tokonye tosukume policy direction uguchiko governor Kisii County etigare na guche ebaganwe in the next devolution agenda ikera abakoni go changa n'abantu. The second largest, third largest after Nairobi. Kakamega musi kwa chiko city nyinge chitawona tuko kubai gaiga. Number 3 nenyare kane tubuka nkore oko ligereria na kubeka lichiko gose initiate oko represents amangana abo basi ebaganwe me constituency ende abakore babale bugirango ebagane bwati kubagano ende nona abantu bali bari bosongo abandi bakaga kitaito kunyamira Because of the Ngusibori, Baganda Gurusongo, but we did on Yamira, the index Richi, could go as a walk on the Vango or got to Saviziaro, Kubuamono, the Corembermo, as you must say. Naso Wene, a Carabo Kumi, Guanacumacane, or what a Garambori and Bori, telling us saying so good you buy. Till going to need the best, Abara was Labaya, the Tiago area, Anamas of my financial accounting. Hamilton have a fellow of certified public accountant, the highest level in accounting. I am sure I is away to hacking a pool in G1. Nigeria can go into David Avana Yasai, in Jabu to Matove, in Unconia, no Nama, 8 kind of Okumavana Vede, 8 Nigeria, Yasanga, Chibuemo, they got a Vandio, Nigeria and Pegate. Como Usiara, Kabarange. That to be God's will, and it's a Kubali December. I mean, Sababu Mala Yagundu, now we look at it. Jokarate, I was in the Monua, Musakana, the Ugara to David. I can have it now. I have a wonder that I said, I'm calling Yakundi, Devra Yakova, Teranaki, she talk here, Pamu, Paka with Mariki.
All right.
I want to say that.
Actually, somebody is asking me.
Yes.
What do you think about pay cut, the MPs?
It's okay. First of all, I think I responded to that. There's no reason. It's not even MPs. All the people who are in leadership. Number one, there's no need why nyakundi okanya warabunge galia. MP wako no musara na ande tumenya kwenda wikaransi chemba kwa hiyo allowances, and yet the other people don't get that. Number two, even Tombiro we want to change. Kuna wanda chitrip. I've been in parliament for miaka yonse 10 We go to the same places, we discuss the same issues, year in, year out, year in. Remove those things and you can save 15-20 billion shillings distributed amongst the county governments, and every county will receive 500 million. Number two, I want to say this. My position is very clear. We must change the direction of governance here. It is not a joke. Our poor people are vulnerable. Chikatel, Chikasoi County government, people's agenda, I want to say categorically that the position is Team Simba, meaning we are going to go down, look at the issues which have been affecting Umusi, come up with interventions on what we are going to do, make sure the person who will give direction is the senator. I've been an MP, I've been in politics for 20 years, I've been an MP for 15 years, elected every 5 years. I have the record, the longest record na Jimmy Lugangwe. Nobody else in Kisii has been elected more than 3 times. Number two, I've been in the budget committee for the last 15 years. I have been serving diligently. I had one case here, corruption, that are not mentioned here. I won the case. Government went to appeal. I won the case. In fact, I've sued the government for wrongful prosecution. So I don't want Magara to insinuate there's nothing like that. I've served diligently for the last period in Averumogu. I have worked for Bogetutu. I have done incredible work in Bogetutu. It is true that I've only managed to get about 8 kilometers of tarmac road, which were combined into Mheshimiwa Jimmy. But you realize why I did not get many tarmac roads. I agree with the failure. It was because I was not in government. I was in the opposition, PDP the first time. Second time I came to ODM. Third time I went to Fort Kenya. And Yagundi, I know Munchari. The truth is, Omugako Pole did a very good job in making sure Munchari Parajaji. Now, the reason I'm arguing this way is because, yes, our people need good roads. Yes, when you are able to get a good road for government, get it. But if you don't get it, it doesn't mean that it means you didn't try hard enough. because I can go through several things I've done. I mean, okay, to church in Yakoi market, I brought the money. It built a market there. I've done Technical Vocational Training Institute, and by the way, William Ruto is the one who gave me that TVT. It's been done. I went and I brought a project to rerun. Jamili Secondary School. Go and see the secondary school I built there. All my secondary. I mean, if you were to rate me, at least I'm 50+1. My argument, if I become the senator, I know what to do, I know how to do it, and I know when to do it. Number 2, I've already spoken to Simba and our team. We are going to be completely anti-corrupt. We will allow people to do work. Muntu kwa gache nyumba, mwaichwe siaye, mwakana on time, tikakolera siaye. Abakori mirmobe county, baakane misara yabo, baichi allowance, baichi leave yabo. Abantu, ebintu bigwende toko kurwese Kisii County government. The amount yechiga esotoko nyora nyakundi is enough for change Kisii. Thank you and God bless Kisii. Oh, oh, I'll be happy to move on and do other things.
Thank you.
I have no problem whatsoever. I'm comfortable where I am right now. I'm so happy.
Honorable Richard Onyoka, Honorable Mimogara, Honorable Samuel Mutemwa, Deputy Governor Josh Mani.